I don't know if you noticed, but I actually have disappeared from YouTube and Instagram for a long time, and that's because I have moved from Germany to Singapore. So I have escaped that infinite 6-month lockdown in Germany and finally arrived in free Singapore, where we can freely go out, do shoppings, go to public facilities, eat out in restaurants. So yay! So yeah, for the past month I have completed my traveler's 2 weeks quarantine. It's no fun because you cannot leave your designated hotel room for 2 weeks. You are not even allowed like 1 second out of your room, not 1 second. And yeah, so after that I've just been trying to settle down, look for a place to live, that kind of thing. So yeah, so today I finally have time to practice my piano, but that's not my own piano to practice because my own piano is still on the way from Germany to Singapore on somewhere in the ocean. So yeah, today I booked a place, a piano room. It's in a library, in a public library called Library at Esplanade. That's a place in Singapore. And so I was like, yeah, I thought library is supposed to be for studying and you know, like to be quiet, right? So like how does a piano work out in a library, right? Wouldn't you be like disturbing everyone studying? So I'm curious, so let's take a look at the facility. And oh yeah, so like unfortunately I'm going to be masked up the whole way because here in Singapore it's extremely strict. Like yeah, they will penalize you for 300 Singapore dollars, and then if you repeat your offense violating COVID rules, foreigners can have their visas and passes, immigration passes revoked, and I certainly do not want that. So yeah, it's super hot here. Like having a mask here is really no joke. Like I literally cannot breathe, but yeah, the rule is a rule here. So anyway, without further ado, let's go take a look at the piano room at the library in Singapore. So yes, this is the underground tunnel to a mall. After I left the City Hall MRT, it's like an underground tunnel with lots of food, fashion stores, restaurants. So a lot of temptations on my way to the library practice room. Oh, so there's the dim sum place, which is my grandma's favorite place. It's a dim sum place from Hong Kong. Actually, yeah, it's interesting how in Singapore I can still see a lot of Hong Kong influence. People still speak a good deal of Cantonese. Yeah, and all the Hong Kong popular restaurants that did well in Hong Kong, we set up shops here in Singapore as well, so it's almost like back to Hong Kong. I mean, the two places, the vibes are super similar anyway. Yeah, so like I'm trying really hard to not go into the shops because they look really cute. So I think this is the end. So I have resistedly. Oh my goodness! I was wrong. I thought there are no more shops, but nope. There's still a long line of shops. So this is the thing in Asia, huh? Like all these Asian cities like Singapore, Hong Kong, Tokyo, Seoul, whatever, right? Like these shops everywhere, malls everywhere, restaurants, like every step of the way. It's like impossible to not be a shopaholic or a food addict living in Asia. I have now resisted all my temptations to go into the shops, and after passing these escalators, I will be at the library in Esplanade. Turns out the way to the library is quite a bit more winding than I thought. After the rows of shopping mall is this underground tunnel filled with arts and photography. And finally, I'm inside the Esplanade Theater, concert halls, stages for performing. Up one level is the library. This is my piano practice room card. Wow, I wish this grand piano is for me, but nope, this is for open stage performing and not for practicing. So it all makes sense now. There's a piano practice room inside a library dedicated to the performing arts. All of these inside a theater. How cool and awesome is that? These are all books on music scores, on music. And finally, I'm here. Inside the piano room is a traditional and a digital piano. And look at that view, Marina Bay Sands and the CBD. Love this view. Works fine when it's one hand, but when combined with the right hand, then I go crazy. So the last part is really difficult. Yeah, even with one hand, still not good. Hey, so I'm out of the piano room already. 2 hours passed by really quickly. 2 hours is the maximum time I could book every day. So 2 hours is quite short. Feels more like a warm-up than serious practice, but it's way better than not having anything at all during my transition period. Initially, I have been looking for a grand piano room, like a piano room with a grand piano, for hourly rental in Singapore, but I couldn't find any at an affordable rate. So compared to the piano scene in Hong Kong, in Hong Kong I would be able to find a room with a grand piano much easier and at a much more affordable rate. But I do think that this theater, brand new theater with a performing arts library, with a piano practice room is such a cool concept. And this is something that I don't think exists in Germany or in Hong Kong or even in the US, I think. The piano room here in the library is of course not perfect, but it's quite decent. I mean, it's well taken care of, the pianos. And there's also the option of the digital piano, which I've just tried before I left just now. And I plan to show you the piano in my next piano practice date. So stay tuned, like, share, and subscribe. So actually, even though this is a piano practice date, a date is not a date without some fun, right? So shopping. This is Bugis Street, which is a trendy shopping area in Singapore with a number of malls, and this is one of them. It's only around 3 to 4 bus stops from the library, which is so it's very nearby. This feels exactly like Bangkok in Hong Kong, so I feel like back home. And this is a nail and eyebrow threading level with a lot of these parlors.